We have to understand that government shouldn't be in control of our housing, okay? My job would be able to make it easier and faster to build houses or even renovate properties for fix and flippers or anyone revitalizing a property that needs work. So I want to make the process faster and simpler. For example, another thing that happened last year, the city built 50,000 new units. Great, we need it, right? We're underbuilt. We actually built half the amount of homes we usually do in a decade. So we need more housing built. But out of the 50,000 units that they built, less than 22% of those were focused on affordable homes and workforce housing. The rest, market rents, luxury apartments, and build-to-rent communities. This does not help you and I get affordable housing for ourselves, for our kids. So we need to build the right type of housing first and foremost. Then you have to speed up the process, make it easier for people to build houses. Two examples I'll give you is they doubled impact fees, city councils last year. So basically what the city is saying to you is, hey, builder, since you're gonna build this home, it's gonna impact the neighborhood, streets, city, street lights, whatever it is, which is understandable. So on average in Phoenix, depending on the size of the home, that can be about $30,000 additional cost to the builder. The builder ultimately just passes that on to the buyer, the resident. Okay, that's one. Two, there's a delay. So when it takes longer to build houses, there's a hidden tax. It's not an official tax, but to the builder, they have their interest rates, their staffing, their expenses they pile up. So after 6 months of an extended time to build the property, that could be in another example, depending on where you're at, another $30,000. So it's $60,000 just on two items it costs the builder to build this new home. They then pass that on to the buyer and the resident. So it makes it unaffordable for us. Those two $30,000 costs equal $60,000. Every $10,000 and a loan for a home buyer equals to $100 on their mortgage payment. So that's $600 a month that we could ultimately help or lower for the average citizen by just focusing on two areas. I haven't even got started yet. I haven't even looked at everything, right? So right there, the city has a power and control to help the affordability. So build more and build the right type of housing, make it faster and quicker. So you're saying for the Airbnb, it's a complicated process. Yes. Is that what you're saying?
Your application, the license.
Yes. So that's not only Airbnb, it's a city-wide functional operational issue. So it's not just Airbnb. So yes, I believe that with my business experience from managing staffs, hiring staffs, customer service, and so on, I can make those processes simpler and smoother. I personally just went down and filed for a permit for one of my rental properties, and they actually, I set an appointment. And I did book it on a holiday. I didn't realize it wasn't like a major holiday. But when I got there, the construction guy was working on the door. He goes, 100 people came here today. So over 100 appointments were booked. 100 people went to their appointment because the city allowed you to book an appointment. So when I went there the second day, they pushed me and encouraged me to go home and fill out the application at home. So I listened. I followed the protocol. It was very slow. It was hard to understand. So I got to I think I'm pretty savvy, So my wife and we came back to the city and to stay there until we got it done. I had to get a ticket and I had to wait an hour. There's over 30 desks in the zoning department. They're all empty because nobody's working. They're working from home. So people need to come back to work, right? We need a full staff, right? We got to be there for the residents. We got to serve them and make these application processes simpler.
They still working in the home?
Yes.